Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Brad McKinnon. Today's video I'm going to show you a little cheat or a great tip. Take it whichever way you want, but aimed at beginners, because professional finishers can get that good finish already with their first coat or taping in. But more so for beginners, if you're taping in, you might find especially with these tapered joints, where if you're using a pre-mixed multi-purpose compound, it shrinks back a lot. It's got a lot of water in it and it shrinks back a lot, and on these tapered edges it'll shrink back in, or again, if you're a beginner, you might not have a very good finish. Sometimes you could see there right on the joint it's shrunk back in between the two boards quite a bit, or you might be seeing a bit of tape, you might have a few bumps and stuff here and there, a few hollows. So this is a little cheat before you do your second coat. You'll see it's good and dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on a real thin half coat, I like to call it. And I'm just going to use my 6-inch knife. And we're again going to use pre-mixed air drying compound. Do not use quick set for this because it's so thin it'll dry before it's set. And when that happens, quickset loses all its strength and just turns to powder and pretty much falls off. So do not use quickset. Always use a pre-mixed compound when doing this little half coat trick. So you can see there I've got an electrical box just showing you I've got a bit of paper tape in there to catch, because that's going to get filled up with plaster, and that just keeps the electricians happy, not getting compound all over their wires. So yeah, it's pretty much just filling in those imperfections you might have as a beginner before you do your second coat, and it just makes your second coat absolutely beautiful, ready for your final coat once that's dry. So that's why I like to call it a little half coat trick, or a half coat cheat, whichever way you look at it. And pretty much we're just putting it on and taking it off. So it's very, very thin, and it's going to start drying straight away. It's going to suck into that first coat, which is 100% dry, of course, and which is going to allow us to go over it with our second coat almost straight away. So I've got 3 tapered joints in this room. I've coated all 3 of them, and that's, I've waited sort of 5 minutes just for that to be touch dry, really. Doesn't have to be fully dry. You can see there it's still a bit damp, but that's fine because it's air drying compound. So we're going to go over it with the same compound. Now I'm just using my 11-inch Marshalltown curved trowel. That's what I like to do for a second coat. Just got that slight curve in it, so when you sort of press down on it, it's curving to flat. So if I was using a flat trowel, I could be pressing beyond that flatness, if you know what I mean when I say that. So I always like to use a curved trowel for my second coat. If you don't have one, a flat trowel is absolutely fine, and that's why that sort of half coat trick also helps. You're filling that tapered edge in a bit more. So if you're a beginner, it's more likely you won't have a curved trowel. So again, another reason to do this little half coat trick. So, but you notice there that that second coat is absolutely beautiful. It's perfect. You could almost sand that, but we always like to come back, because that second coat is our filler coat. We're filling it out flat and flush, and then our final coat's just that thin final coat, getting it nice and ready for sanding. So we're putting that second coat on. It's going on beautiful. Again, with the curved trowel, the reason I like the curved trowel is it's cleaning the edges as I go. I don't use my knives to clean those edges as much. But that's it, that's the second coat on. That's that little half coat trick. Works a treat. And that's filled out flush and nice. You can see how nice that is in the light. So now we're just back the next day. You can see what we did yesterday is all nice and dry. It's beautiful. It's ready to go for our final coat. So I thought I might as well show you the final coat, how good that goes on. We're just going to give it a scrape back, of course, where we lifted off. Got that one lift off, and just scrape that back flush. Just use the 6-inch knife just to get any little things off, but because we did that half coat trick, it was absolutely beautiful anyway. So I'm going to use my 14-inch Comay Smooth Master trowel. It's a flat trowel. It's a beautiful trowel, this one, just to final coat everything. So we've got those 3 tapered edge joints that we did that special half coat trick, that little cheat. And it just makes, it's almost giving it 4 coats, you could say. Traditionally we do 3 coats, but if you're a beginner, it just, as I say, it just helps for that final finish. Just a little cheat, doesn't take long. It just helps with that final finish, just to make things perfect. Now, if you're also a beginner watching this, you'll notice that this is a full bathroom renovation where I've got new plasterboard matching onto existing plasterboard. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not showing the rest of that, that is going to be next week's video, and I'll be going through the full process of why we get air bubbles when we go and plaster on to a painted surface, and how I go about getting around that. So we've got another little similar cheat which I'll show you in next week's video, so stay tuned for that one. That'll be a great one, especially for people that just go, what the heck's going on with these little air bubbles that keep popping up. And you'll notice it's just over a painted surface, and it's an absolute pain to keep going over and over trying to get rid of those air bubbles. But I've got another little cheat that'll help you get through that, so stick around for that video. But this one here, I'm just showing you this little trick on these tapered edge joints, just to make life a lot easier. That's what it's all about on this channel. I'm showing you these little tips and tricks to make life easier and less stressful when you're trying to plaster yourself at home. So any little tips are more than welcome, I feel, by everyone watching this channel. So here we go. We're on our last one. Just this little one under the window. But I hope that's helped you out there. Help you with your DIY plastering or finishing or taping or jib stopping, as we call it here in New Zealand. There's a lot of different names for it around the world, but it's all the same thing pretty much. And I'm trying to make life a lot easier for you if you're attempting this at home. So if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. I've got loads on there, loads of tips and techniques. Smash that like button, really helps out with everything on the channel. And thanks for watching. It's great. I've got a lot of supporters on the channel now that watch all videos every week, so thank you to you. You know who you are. And as I say, stick around next week for that special video with regards to air bubbles on painted surface. So that'll be a good one. See you then.